Speedway, the best go 3 abreast.
It is show time at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got 'em 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again. It is Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength here. And we are talking sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week. And we are glad you joined us. Erin, Evernham, and Steve Post here. Erin, welcome back. Good to see
thanks.
you. You plopped down in the seat and you said, how was Daytona? And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Yeah, we haven't seen each other since about 3 weeks ago. So
yeah, you and Ashley did the shows down
yes, because we did the ones at Daytona, and then you were somewhere skiing in the mountains. Yes, exactly, last week. So, but yeah, no, everything is great. Great to see you. Everything well in your world? Everything good?
Yeah, all is good. Ready to get back into more racing season.
Well, let's hope. That's exactly right.
Mother Nature agrees with us.
Yes, Mother Nature, you need to get along with us here a little bit better than you did last year and last weekend, might I add. So we're not off to a good start here, ma'am. So well, let's, we did get a little racing in, and let's start off with our classicing, screen printing, and embroidery hot topics. Pete Walton, and I think I know I've mentioned this before with USCS.
Yeah.
He just quietly last year did this winter heat thing down in Florida. And while everyone else is getting snowed out and washed out and flooded out, there's just a bunch of racers down in Florida racing 2 nights every weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of them are already down there because they ran, the East Bay.
or Volusia.
So
even
I
Volusia.
think it's a fantastic idea. That
he just really carved something out there. This past weekend, they were in Milton, Florida at Southern Raceway. And the winners, Friday night was Tony Stewart and Mark Smith scored the win. We're going to talk to Mark. We got some things to talk about with Mr. Smith here, along the way. I mean, we got to. We'll get into that a little bit with him. I like Mark Smith. He's a good guy. So he's going to join us a little bit later on in the program. California 360s raced a couple of places. At Hanford, it was DJ Netto picking up the win. I saw a tweet picture. He has got like sprint cars, non-wings, midgets all lined up. They were all getting lettered one day recently. And so DJ Netto is just locked in for a good season. So he's already started off with a win with Hanford. And this is cool. Tony Gualda is going to join us, his career first 360 win. And Tony's going to join us on the program there. So, so we're going to talk to Mark Smith and Tony Gualda here on the program. One of the things I also wanted to talk about here in the opening segment is on Saturday, I had the opportunity to go to Wytheville, Virginia.
Yep.
Youth racing, and that's really my overall topic. Last week on our MAV TV show, we did a piece from Daytona on quarter midget racing.
Yep.
The quarter midget racers, listen to this schedule. They're national tour races. Daytona, Circuit of the Americas, Charlotte Motor Speedway during All-Star Week. They're going to be at the ZMAX Dragway there. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Darlington.
Wow.
That's where these kids with these quarter midgets are going for their national asphalt tour races. They're dirt races, BAPS Motor Speedway, there's a bunch of dirt races as well. So the quarter midget program over on the USAC side is just going great.
Yes.
354 carts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
I think Danielle Fry being a part of it.
Yes.
Some other members of NASCAR actually have gotten involved.
Yeah, John Darby's got involved on the safety side of it and everything.
I think they're headed in a great direction.
Yeah, it really is headed in a great direction. Likewise, headed in a great direction is the outlaw kart racing here in North Carolina. I am telling you what, Jeremy and Ashley Burnett, they're the ones that run Millbridge. And they're the ones that ran this weekend show up at the Appalachian Exposition Center. Brand new building. First thing the last
Put some
weekend,
race cars in it.
They had a demo derby last time, and then they had the outlaw karts. And they just did a wonderful job. But what really struck me about this, the winner is a kid, Ethan Mitchell from Mooresville, okay? And I'm sitting here, and then I started Googling Ethan Mitchell from Mooresville, okay? He started running some USAC midget races. He qualified on his prelim night at the Chili Bowl this year, which I remember him out there. And ended up in the D main, I think it was, on Saturday. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, my gosh, what is the world coming to when Mooresville, North Carolina is, for lack of a better word, breeding dirt track racers? And I just think it's awesome. And then when I look at it, take it to another level. 3 of the kids that I watched racing up there, one with the last name of Latarte,
Yeah.
Steve Letart's
Yeah.
son, Tyler. Wait a minute, isn't Steve like Jeff Gordon's crew chief and the NASCAR guy? And two of the other kids up there, last name is Quaffle, which is Travis Quaffle, who's a Truck Series champion. And then you throw in the Yellages, which that's the Earnhardt
Kenny
clan.
Francis's
And Kenny Francis,
kid,
Kenny Francis kid. I'm telling you, they really have something going on here. So Jeremy and Ashley Burdett, what they do at Millbridge and then taking this on the road is really, really neat. We've got something going on here in North Carolina, and I've talked about it with the 305s, but a step before that, we've got something going on here with dirt track racing that is really sweet.
Absolutely. And if you think about outlaw karts, think about Rico Abreu and, Kyle Larson. I think it's a great way to learn, and it seems to be an affordable way to learn how to race and get your kids involved.
Oh, gosh, the guy's going to kill me. I stood there and talked to him and Steve Letarte and a bunch of them. He said he's raced everything in the world. He's a middle-aged guy. Yeah. He's raced everything in the world. This is the most affordable fun. He could throw his cart in the back of his pickup truck and go run. And that's what he did that night. Yeah. I mean, I just love what we have going on here. So there you have it. Some of the Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topic. Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery for all your hats, for hoodies, for towels, for T-shirts, for whatever it is. And, hey, make sure you check out Wing Nation Wear, www.wingnation.com. You can slap on the link right there and that'll head right over to Classic Ink, and you can look good in your Wing Nation wear as well. So here's what we're going to do. We talked about this a little bit ago. The USAC Winter Heat, they're down in Southern Raceway in Milton, Florida. Here it is. It is our Dryden Diesel All-Def Defying Move of the Week. Here's Chet from Speed Shift TV, and here's the Friday night battle between Mark Smith and eventual winner Tony Stewart.
And now for the Dryden Death-Defying Move of the Week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track move.
Crawls up to the back bumper, runs himself into a pick. He's got to drive off hard. And Stewart looks around the outside. You got to do race leader. Bam! Got him at the strike. Picked his pocket.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All-Def, the official DEF of the world of outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
10 tours, over 200 nights of racing. The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 28th year. Whether you're enjoying the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series National Tour at Williams Grove, Eagle Raceway, Skagit Speedway, or any of the 9 ASCS regional tours across Arizona, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and beyond, winged and even non-winged, there's a race happening near you. Check online for schedule details at ASCSRacing.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And when you can't be there live, catch the National Tour and select regional events on RacingBoys.com.
O'Reilly. At O'Reilly Auto Parts, we promise you'll get better parts, better prices every day. Our stores are stocked with high-quality parts and accessories at guaranteed low prices, and our friendly, well-trained professionals are standing by to help. So stop in and see how 5 simple words drive everything we do. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
This is Wing Nation on MRN.com. Since the Amish cowboy Danny Dietrich and me weren't available, here are Steve Post and the beautiful Erin Evernham.
Oh, bringing us back here on commercial break. We're trying to dial up that rascal Mark Smith. He's probably winning a race somewhere. That's probably what he's doing.
You probably heard the opening part of the show where you said you want to talk to him about
I have some things to talk to him
about.
Exactly. Or he's probably at the bank making a deposit, for those big checks. Exactly. So we're trying to dial up Smith. We've had, it's really weird if you followed along with us this year, there's something about the Smith name in Florida.
Yeah.
Because a couple weeks ago, we had Danny Smith scheduled to join us from Florida. and we couldn't get a hold of him. Now Mark Smith in Florida. So they're all having a good time in the sun down there, and the rest of us are freezing. Our tuckuses off or wringing out our socks. You know, I mean, my gosh.
Wringing out our socks.
Wringing out our socks. Gosh. Oh, my God. Have you ever seen so much rain? Unreal. Well, that gives us a chance, though, to take a look at our National Sprint Car Hall of Fame birthday calendar. Okay. Babe Stapp's birthday today. Ted Horn later this week. Mario Andretti. I didn't realize Mario Andretti was a leap year baby. Yeah, so he was. Yeah, so he was a leap year baby. So, but they celebrate on Thursday. Pappy Weld's birthday later would have been birthday. Duke Nailen. Sunday, Fast Freddie Raymer. Well, Fred Raymer. It's Fast Freddie. Yeah, it's still Fast Freddie. That now they've got that all jacked up. Yeah. Now they got that all messed up with Freddie.
Yeah,
these kids are ruining everything. No, I mean, but Fast Freddie Raymer has a birthday on Sunday. But want to talk about this guy, and you might have Glenn Fitzcharles. Have you ever did you run across him much or not? He ran URC a lot.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did more ESS. Yeah. Anyhow, well, Glenn is a 2008 inductee into the Sprint Car Hall of Fame from Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Listen to this. Okay, he started running a dirt late model. His first race was one night in Hatfield Speedway in Pennsylvania. Second night went to Grandview and won. Okay. Flemington modified champ, very successful modified career. Glenn Fitzgerald racing up in New Jersey, had wins at Reading, at Flemington, at East Windsor. But and as it happened a lot, there is the same story with Fred Raymer and the same story with Donnie Kreitz. And this one here was 1976. URC was at Flemington, and as a promotional stunt, they put one of the modified guys in the car. And again, that's the same thing that happened to Raymer, same thing that happened to Kreitz. In Fitzcharles wheeled this sprint car at Flemington because he had no points. He started last and he won the race.
That's unbelievable.
Of course, Flemington, that was an art.
Yeah.
Flemington was an art.
Oh, yeah.
So then he went a phase where he ran both, like 76 to 85. In 85, he decided to run full-time sprint cars. URC, did some in central Pennsylvania. He had 81 URC wins and 5 championships. I mean, and then in 1999, on his own terms, which is great also.
Yep.
On his own terms, he said midway through the season, he says, I think this is going to be it. And he ran and he went, and his final race by design was at Grandview where he scored his first win.
Wow.
And in 1999, hung up the helmet, continues on, lives in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and is a 2008 inductee into the Sprint Car Hall of Fame.
That's a cool
story.
See,
these are the stories off from turn number 2 there at Knoxville. You just gotta get out there. Hey, support them. They've got their Corvette raffle going on now. But man, these stories of guys like Glenn Fitzcharles. I mean, this is just cool stuff. I mean, I want to call the guy. I want to drive to Pottstown and see him. But I can go to the Hall of Fame and see all of these stories. So great stuff. National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Turn number 2. You can find out all the information at sprintcarhof.com. All right, now we love. Hold on, I'm getting all choked up. That's how much we love it. We love first-time winners, okay? How about this guy? He's out there, 19 years old, wheeled his way. He's won like buku races along the way, but on Saturday night, picked up his career first win at the Stockton Dirt Track in a 360, and he joins us right now on the hotline. It is Tony Gualda. Hey, Tony, welcome into Wing Nation.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
We are doing fantastic. Congratulations. Tell us about that win on Saturday night.
Oh, man, thank you. Saturday was a dream come true. It started off, we did a little news deal for Good Day Sacramento in the morning, got some track time, and was feeling good. And I remember getting out of the car and told Cody and Mandy, I was like, man, this car's feeling good. And went out and started fourth in our first heat and won that deal. And then it was a 2-heat ASCS format. So the second heat, we went fourth to third, and then we were high point guy going into the main. And went up there and let Mandy draw for the redraw instead of having a dash, and she pulled the 1. So got out and got a good turn 1 and 2, but down to 3 and 4, I lost the lead and chased Forsberg back down, getting into 3 and 4 and split him, but we had a yellow come out, and one more restart between then, and then on the final restart, I got a good start, and that Donna horsepower kicked in, and we got him down to turn 1 and set sail from there.
Tony, when you were leading the majority of the race there, did you have the typical first win jitters, or you hear something going on with the car, you're worried about, I always think about those moments where you have the lead, it's it's a big win, but all you can think of, I hear something's wrong. Did you have any of those moments?
Absolutely, and really I haven't had a whole lot of experience leading races. I mean, I'm usually used to tracking guys down. I mean, I have, had the chance to lead a couple races, but I think that's just experience, I was just trying to focus on putting good laps together, racing the track and, just not following people, getting in that dirty air, just being smart and not making the wrong move, to potentially lose the lead or anything like that.
It's so cool because when you're talking about you're talking about beating Andy Forsberg, who's arguably as good as they come, okay, and second in the race was Brian Burnell, and Rico was third in the race.
Yeah.
So you have a great field of cars out there that you bested in getting that win. Now, my question to you, Tony, is I think I was reading somewhere you have 54 wins in various series coming up through the micro sprints and the karts, the micro sprints and everything like that. How does this one compare? You said it was a dream come true. Is this about the top of the list now of all your wins?
Oh, most definitely top of the list for sure. I've been trying for a while now. I'm just really happy with the opportunity I have with being in motorsport, to be driving their car. It's top of the line equipment and just a great relationship between me and my car owners, but it's just great to be actually get it done. It hasn't sunk in yet. You know what I mean?
Tony, I saw last year that you had a lot of great finishes. You couldn't get that first win. You get it one of your first nights out of the year. Talk about how important that is as a driver. Obviously overall for your confidence, but to start the year off on such a high note.
Absolutely. Just getting it going. We came into the season just, with a positive attitude, just like we were last year. And we ran second last year at Stockton on one of the preliminary nights to the Gary Patterson race. And I was like, man, we're getting really close. And it's just building up that confidence. And to finally start the year off on a good note and get that win, it's just really good head into Silver Cup this weekend if the weather doesn't ruin that.
Yeah, exactly. Silver Cup coming up this weekend at Chico. Tony, when you talk about, this is your third year behind the wheel of the driver, same team along the way that you had last year. How important is it to have that continuity to come back with the same team the next year and get your stuff all together? How important is that to help you get off to the start that you did on Saturday night?
I think it's just being comfortable with who you have surrounded by you. Like I said, Cody and Mandy provide me with a great opportunity. They're family to me. I wouldn't consider them anything less. We got Mark Flockman helping us out on the car, and he's second to none. He's just good help, always stays calm. And it's just a family environment. We all work together and work hard, and we're making things happen, and it feels good to have some success.
Yeah, for sure. Postman mentioned, some of the veterans that ran just that you beat, Forsberg and Rico. What is it like to be the young guy out there, and how much have you leaned on some of the veterans?
It's really cool because I was just thinking about this. I was looking at the top five, I think it was, and with racing with Andy and racing with Ryan. Ryan and I actually grew up in the same town of Hollister, and I remember hanging out with him as a kid and watching him race non-wing cars, and Ryan's someone I've always looked up to, same with Rico and same with Andy as well. I have all of their T-shirts in my collection. So, to be seeing them, 10 years ago as people that I looked up to and race with now, it's huge. It's a dream come true for me.
Tony, where did your sprint car passion come from? You talk about as a little kid getting their T-shirts and stuff like that. Where did your sprint car passion come from?
Man, I remember in 2005, I got taken to a King of the West race. It was called Golden State then, at Chowchilla. And I got to sit in Ronnie Day's car, and that's just kind of where it all began for me. I started racing outlaw karts a year later, and it's just been huge. I did like the Jason Myers kind of thing, with the paint schemes on my cars, because Jason's the guy that I look up to, and same with Ronnie. And it just kind of grew from there. Went from the go-kart deal and then into micros and to non-wing cars, and here we are running 360s now.
With all the success at such a young age, what are your thoughts on long-term goals? Do you have aspirations to race on pavement? Do you want to run the Outlaws? Have you even thought about those things?
Absolutely. My ultimate goal is to race for a living. I'm going to take, any opportunity that comes to me. And, like I said earlier, the opportunity to see him is great right now. And anything that comes about is something that I'll definitely, be interested in. And so ultimately getting to that next level of being able to race on the national level.
Tony, looked at your website. You've done a nice job on the website. You've got your schedule posted up there. You even got that wind chalked up there as well when we checked it this morning. Looks like you've got a very aggressive schedule this year. Is the focus the Sprint Car Challenge Tour, or is that where the focus, or is it there are other things you're focusing on as far as points or championships go as well?
We're going to focus on that SCCT championship for sure, but as well we're going to chase a championship locally at Placerville. So we'll be running there weekly, along with the Sprint Car Challenge Tour and all the big open shows, such as Fall Nationals and Trophy Cup and anything else we can throw in there as well.
Nice.
Tony, tell us a little bit about the health of sprint car racing in California. Postman and I here in North Carolina, we don't get out to the West Coast obviously very often, but we've talked a lot in past years about how it just seems to be getting stronger and stronger with the Sprint Car Challenge Tour, the King of the West. These events just seem to be growing in the West Coast. But tell us East folks a little bit more about it.
Absolutely. The Sprint Car Challenge Tour started in 2017, and that's just a huge shout out to Scott and Tammy Russell. They do a great job with that deal. They also run Placerville weekly as well, and I think that's just what sprint car racing needed out here. It's good for the drivers and it's great for the fans. It's a really unique format and something you don't really get to see. It's similar to the All-Star format, and it brings the best of the best. I mean, so many guys that race for that deal. You had Kyle Hurst, who won both years of the championship so far, and he just did great with that consistency kind of thing. And then with King of the West, Jim Allen does a great job with that series. We got the opportunity to run with them last year. We had a 360 under the hood, but they treated us just as if, we were a 410 team. So that was really cool. And I just think it's good for the fans that, get to see young guys like myself that, are coming up and racing with the veterans like Sean Becker and Andy Forsberg and Kyle Hurst and Willie Croft. So it's just huge. It's going to get even better with all the up-and-coming talent as well.
So exciting. It really is. Tony, we appreciate your time today joining us here on the program. Congratulations on the win. We talk to winners all the time around here, so hopefully we're talking to you throughout the season, but we appreciate the time and wish you the best this week at Silver Dollar Speedway.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having me on.
There we go. Tony Gualda. How about that? Oh, man. And he's so right. Okay, what we're going to do, I don't know that we're having any luck with Mark Smith, okay? So we're going to step away. I want to talk about California racing and a doubleheader coming up. So we're going to step away, and then we'll be back more Wing Nation in just a moment.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld Racing Wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld Racing Wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld Racing Wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing. Proven speed. The Win a Z06Corvette.com sweepstakes to benefit the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa is underway. Go to winaz06Corvette.com to find out how you can win the Torch Red 2019 Z06 Corvette that is on display now in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. The winner will be announced Saturday night, August 10th during the 59th Annual Knoxville Nationals. Visit winaz06Corvette.com to win this awesome ride.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery, located in Greater Pittsburgh. Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
Find Wing Nation on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, and in the MRN.com Media Center.
We are having a ball, and we are glad you joined us. It is Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires here, and you can follow along with everything we're doing at wingnation.com. wingnation.com, and of course follow along on our Facebook and our Twitter, and of course when you go to the races you need to tweet your seat. We do that on our MAV TV show. So I want to follow up a little bit. Had a great visit with Tony Gualda there before the break, and again, your point is spot on. We sit over here on the East Coast, we don't get out there that much. I did make it out for the Howard Kading Classic, And what Tony is talking about just rang so true to me. What I saw out there just in one weekend, man, they are on fire with what's going on out in California. It is really, really good.
They really are. It seems like there's been a resurgence. I mean, maybe not, but looking from the East Coast, there's always been a strong pocket, King of the West.
Sure.
But I think, like he said, with the SDCT developing, and I think with talents like Larson and the outlaw carts that you mentioned in the first segment, I think that there's just a big push right now in California, and it's gotten competitive.
It really has. It really has. And the talent for the young talent out there is absolutely amazing. So phenomenal stuff. It really, really is. Hey, I want to talk about this as well, okay? Brian Carter, when he was in here at the end of last year, he kind of laid this little beauty on us, and here it is in front of us. This Thursday night out at Las Vegas, it is a never-done-before NASCAR World of Outlaw doubleheader on the same track.
It's so cool.
Exactly. It's going to be fascinating to me.
Yep.
Because the way you prep a track for a stock car and the way you prep a track for a sprint car are different, I think. Although that racetrack is deserty. I mean, it's a little bit dry,
it's a little
sandier. Yeah. Like I think about Eldora. Like Eldora, when the truck series, they really
make sure it's
pack
hard
it
and
down
slick,
hard and slick. Yeah, exactly. Where sprint cars may get there over the course of time, but they don't start at that point. So I think that's going to be fascinating. But to the bigger point, I think like this weekend out in Las Vegas, you've got USAC racing out there. You got the World of Outlaws. You got the K&N series. You got the trucks. You got the Xfinity series and the Cup cars.
Yeah.
And this is under that category of why can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Because when we get along, things are better. I'm telling you, that is
everyone.
a great weekend. If you want to, if you're sitting here on a Tuesday and you're thinking, hey, I got some money in my pocket and I want to go somewhere, jump out of Bird and go to Vegas because you'll see it all out there.
Yeah.
But the whole K&N World of Outlaws on the same night to me is fascinating and
I think so
good.
too. Yeah. I mean, it's good for NASCAR. It's good for the World of Outlaws. It's good for everybody. And like you talked about, it's going to be interesting to see the sprint cars and the stock cars on the same track. I mean, since it's never been done, I don't know what they're going to expect. I mean, they run two different tires. There's different compounds. There's different widths. So how it affects the track is we're going to find out.
It's cool. You NASCAR fans that want to see sprint cars, so you're going to see some familiar names. I see Casey Kane, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson are all locked into that one. So I just think it's great. So kudos to the people at Las Vegas, the World Racing Group, and NASCAR for putting this together. Again, I know there's a lot of snobby sprint car fans that think that fenders don't belong on race cars, okay? I love my sprint cars as much as anyone else, but there are cars out there with fenders that are pretty cool to watch too, including some of them that race on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
And so the reality of it is when NASCAR's better, when the World of Outlaws are better, when IndyCar, which is just rolling, is better, all of us are better off. And this is one of those steps I think is a great direction. So
I agree.
Really, really neat. Hey, we need to step away. Stay with us. We've got more Wing Nation in just a moment.
Since the dawn of American industry, Dryden was there as the country built its first roads, laid the blocks of its factories, and spanned rivers with new bridges and rails. Today, with Dryden's all technology, we instill this heritage into every Dryden oil, lubricant, fluid, and DEF product we make. Dryden is a tradition of performance with 21st century technology. Dryden, official motor oil of the World of Outlaws, and always American owned and operated. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing, as a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the past 16 years and a partner of Wing Nation for the past 4 years. We love sprint car racing, and we're there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
This is Brian Brown, and you're watching MRN's Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Thank you, Brownie. We are having a ball. Brownie going to be in action there at the Vegas this
Yep.
weekend. Oh, everybody's going to be in there. You got your Dirt Vision locked in. You ready to go? Are you?
Yep, my wine, the dog, all of it. Yeah.
Well, your dog that sleeps.
Yeah, she doesn't make it to the A. She usually passes
now we're
out
getting
about-
close to that West Coast stuff.
I know.
Too.
I'm not sure I can make it to the A. I have to.
We have to work on this one. Yeah, I'm
I'm
committed to because I have to get up somewhat early on Thursday. But Friday is one of those days where I'm committed. Thursday night I'm all in. Thursday night I'm in for Dirt Vision. Wednesday is going to be a game time decision.
Yeah.
I've just become a 9:30. It's pathetic. I've become that guy that goes to bed at 9:30. Now when I'm out,
great though.
Well, yeah, it's great to have good sleep.
For you, yeah.
But now when I go out, like when I went up to Whitsville this past weekend, I didn't get home till 1:30. So when I'm at the racetrack, I'm fine with staying up. But when I'm home, oh my gosh! I mean, Johnny won't even be singing. Well, Johnny doesn't sing the national anthem, but they won't even be singing the national anthem, and I'll pose up. So
it happens.
But I'm committed Thursday night because I want to see this double.
Yeah.
And I don't even know the beauty of it is that we have Dirt Vision, which we're just spoiled rotten with Dirt Vision.
Yeah, how does that work?
But Fans Choice TV, as they're doing all of the NASCAR regional races for free. So it may be a matter of, but
double
that'll get
devices.
double devices. Which that's mid-season for them then. That's sitting in the hotel room in Pell City, Alabama, with 3 laptops, 1 tablet, and race monitor all on, monitoring what's going on.
We need to see a picture of that.
We need it. Well, yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you see my
Cables
picture
and
of
wires and cables and stuff, and so we might have to get in mid-season form on Thursday night with all of the pay-per-views.
Step it up.
Well, exactly. So it is cool. It really, truly is. Hey, we've got a couple great shows coming up the rest of this week. On Thursday, we're going to try again with the Icebreaker.
Yeah.
At the fabulous Lincoln Speedway. And so on Thursday on our Wing Nation Weekend podcast, Chad Trout going to join us. And then on Saturday on Wing Nation by Sage Fruit on MAV TV, we're going back to California. We're going to talk to Kyle Hurst. So Kyle Hurst is going to join us to talk a little bit of sprint car racing out there on our show presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV. So look forward to. Now that's an interesting thing because Kyle is not going to run full time, so there's an opening atop of the points for King of the West and Sprint Car Challenge. So how about that? Hey, we appreciate Tony Gualda for joining us here today. Thank you for joining us as well.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Watch Wing Nation Saturday mornings on MAV TV. You can also find Wing Nation on wingnation.com or your favorite podcast provider. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.